I thought my dog just had bad breath. Well, until a routine vet visit ended with 3 tooth extractions and a massive bill. I had tried random pet store toothpaste, but half of them were basically flavored sugar, and my dog hated the rest. Finding the right one felt like total guesswork. Today, I am breaking down the top 6 dog toothpastes I've personally tested to fix this exact problem. 6. Arc Naturals Brushless Toothpaste. Well, the concept here is actually brilliant. It is basically a dental chew with a toothpaste center, designed for dogs who absolutely refuse to let a brush near their mouth. I mean, my dog usually runs away when he sees the toothbrush, so a brushless option sounded like a total lifesaver. You just hand it to them like a treat, and the abrasive outside is supposed to scrub the teeth while the inside fights plaque. It contains alfalfa, cinnamon, and vanilla to freshen breath, and they honestly smell pretty good right out of the bag. Plus, they're recommended by vets for plaque control, which gave me some initial confidence when I bought my first bag. But here's where things get a bit frustrating. The effectiveness heavily relies on your dog actually chewing it thoroughly. My dog, he's a gulper. He essentially chomped it twice and swallowed it whole. That completely defeated the purpose of the abrasive outer layer doing any scrubbing work on his gum line. Another thing I noticed after a week of testing was a slight upset stomach. I checked the ingredients and they use a decent amount of honey and whey protein. Some dogs handle that perfectly fine, but for dogs with sensitive stomachs, it can definitely cause some messy backyard situations, if you know what I mean. Bottom line, if you have a slow, methodical chewer with an iron stomach, Arc Naturals might work for you. 5. TropiClean Fresh Breath Dog Toothpaste. Now, TropiClean is a massive name in pet care, and I was excited to try this one, especially since I picked up the peanut butter flavor. Peanut butter is usually a guaranteed win in my house, so I figured brushing would finally become a fun activity instead of a wrestling match. The paste itself comes in a convenient tube, and it is formulated with green tea leaf extract. This is supposed to help defend against plaque and tartar naturally. When I first squeezed it onto the brush, the consistency was nice and thick, making it easy to apply without it instantly dripping off the bristles and onto the floor. However, the peanut butter flavor was, well, it was a bit weird. It smells highly artificial. My dog took one sniff and actually backed away. I eventually coaxed him into tasting it, but he definitely was not treating it like a high-value reward. He tolerated it, but he was not exactly eager to open wide. Also, I have to point out the actual cleaning power. After a month of consistent use, I just did not see a noticeable reduction in the tartar buildup on his back molars. It definitely masked his bad breath for a few hours after brushing, but it felt more like a doggy breath mint rather than a true plaque-fighting solution. If your dog just has mild breath issues and you want something quick and accessible, TropiClean is okay. 4. Radius USDA Organic Canine Pet Toothpaste. Let me explain why this one caught my eye. I am pretty picky about what goes into my dog's body, and the pet industry is notoriously underregulated. Finding a toothpaste with an actual USDA organic seal is incredibly rare, so I had to give this a try. This paste is completely free of xylitol, chemicals, pesticides, and artificial foaming agents. Instead, it relies on organic coconut oil, sweet potato, and cinnamon. I tested the sweet potato and cinnamon flavor, and honestly, it smells like a holiday pie. More importantly, my dog absolutely loved the taste, which instantly made the brushing process 10 times easier. The coconut oil in this formula is a fantastic natural whitener and antibacterial agent. When I used this for a few weeks, I actually noticed his teeth looking a shade brighter. The sweet potato provides a gentle, natural abrasive texture that helps physically physically scrub the teeth without damaging the delicate enamel underneath. The consistency is a little runnier than traditional paste, probably because of the natural coconut oil base melting at room temperature. You do have to be a bit careful not to squeeze too much onto the brush at once, or it will drip. But once it's in the mouth, it coats the teeth really beautifully. It is an amazing choice for pet parents who are strictly looking for natural, organic ingredients. It cleans well, brightens teeth, and the taste is a massive hit. Arm & Hammer Complete Care Enzymatic Dog Toothpaste. You know, we all know baking soda works wonders for human teeth, so bringing that exact same logic to our dogs just makes sense. I have used this specific paste for a long stretch, and it brings some serious heavy-hitting cleaning power. The magic here is the combination of baking soda and natural enzymes. The baking soda naturally deodorizes and neutralizes bad breath right at the source, while the enzymes actively work to break down the hard tartar structure. I tested the chicken flavor, and my dog practically begged for it every single evening. What I really appreciate about the Arm & Hammer paste is how quickly you notice the breath improvement. I mean, my dog had that notorious fishy breath, and within just 3 days of using this, it was completely gone. The baking soda acts fast, and it keeps the mouth fresh for almost the entire day. During my testing, I paired this with a finger brush for his front teeth and a standard dog toothbrush for the deep back molars. The paste has a thick, sticky consistency that clings to the brush and the teeth perfectly. It really gives those enzymes time to sit on the plaque and do their job, even after the brushing is done. It is incredibly effective, wildly affordable, and backed by a brand that knows oral care inside and out. It drastically reduced the yellowing on my dog's canines. 2. Oxyfresh Professional Cat and Dog Toothpaste. This one is completely different from everything else on the list. When I first got it, I was super skeptical because it is totally odorless and completely flavorless. I thought, well, how on earth am I going to get my dog to accept a flavorless gel? Surprisingly, the lack of flavor ended up being its biggest strength. Some dogs are incredibly picky and absolutely despise the fake chicken or peanut butter tastes. With Oxyfresh, my dog did not even realize I was putting anything weird in his mouth. He just accepted the brushing without trying to lick the paste off the brush prematurely. The secret weapon inside this gel is their patented ingredient called oxygen. It completely neutralizes the bacteria that cause bad breath and plaque, rather than just masking the smell with mint or cinnamon. It also contains aloe vera to soothe irritated gums, which was fantastic for my dog who had some slight redness near his back teeth. I applied this using a super soft silicone finger brush, just gently massaging it along the gum line. You do not even have to brush vigorously. The gel essentially melts into the saliva and spreads across the whole mouth. Within a month, that gum redness was totally gone, and his breath was completely neutral. Not minty, just clean air. Oxyfresh is a premium, top-tier solution for pets with sensitive gums or picky palates. It works quietly, but incredibly effectively. VHomife Natural Coconut Oil Dog and Cat Toothpaste. This stuff is an absolute game changer. After testing dozens of products, this was the first toothpaste that checked literally every single box for me. It combines the absolute best elements of natural ingredients with serious, vet-level plaque-fighting power. What makes this formula stand completely apart is the blend of coconut oil, active enzymes, and probiotics. Yes, probiotics for the mouth. It does not just clean the teeth, it actively balances the oral microbiome to prevent bad bacteria from forming in the first place. I had never seen a pet toothpaste approach dental health quite like this. The texture is incredibly smooth, and it features a very mild, pleasant taste that my dog instantly loved. I mean, he actually licks his lips when he sees the tube come out. The coconut oil breaks down the sticky plaque biofilm on the teeth, making it so much easier for the brush to just wipe the grime away. After using VHomife for 6 weeks, the hard brown tartar near my dog's gum line genuinely started to soften and flake off. I did not even have to scrape it. The enzymes did the heavy lifting, and the added vitamin B3 kept his gums looking perfectly pink and healthy. It was exactly the result I was desperately looking for to avoid another vet extraction. If you want the absolute best defense for your dog's teeth, VHomife is the undisputed winner.